welcome back. Well, you know, right now there's some people that are having a difficult time for many, and they're feeling stressed like never before, but don't lose hope because help is on the way.
That's right. It turns out that a mixture of humor and laughter really is the best medicine and can have a positive impact on your mind, body, and spirit. And here to share some insight is Reverend Michael Moran from Spiritual Life Center, along with a special guest, his cousin, humorologist Stella Rhodine from Lovelady, Texas.
You got it, honey.
Well, she has been making us laugh all morning.
We have three Texans here. You're Midland. I'm McKinney, and she's Lovelady, Texas. Whenever we get around here, we all start talking like this.
That's right.
I said you were bringing out his accent.
It does, I know.
Because it makes you feel like you're at home.
Does that lady get a lot of love?
You bet, honey.
Look at her. You have to ask.
How could you not love?
And she's completely color coordinated with her outfit with yours.
Absolutely, yeah. We called each other before we came down today.
So talk to us a little bit about how laughter can be used to heal.
You know, actually they've done scientific research, but thousands of years before the scientific research, in Proverbs it says, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a downcast spirit dries up the bones. I mean, they knew what we paid millions of dollars to prove later on, and it's very true. You know, when you're around cheerful people, it has that ripple effect. We were watching Monday when Stella dropped by for some coffee. We were watching Sacramento and Company, but I had it on mute. No offense. But you and Melissa.
It's much funnier that way.
But it was. We looked up, and you and Melissa were like in this belly laugh, and she's slapping her thighs like this. I have no idea what you were laughing about, but we started laughing just watching it. It has that wonderful feeling. It is infectious.
Thank goodness.
And you know, it was in 1964, Norman Cousins was diagnosed with this horrible degenerative tissue disease, arthritis. He was given a 1 in 500 chance of recovery. He said, absolutely not. So he immersed himself in humor, figuring that if negative emotions can bring about illness, then surely laughter and positive emotions would help build the immune system. So he got Marx Brothers films. He started listening to his favorite comedians, Cosby and Bob Hope and all of that, and Candid Camera, and he lived an additional 30 years.
Wow.
And then he funded the first studies of humor on the mind and body at Loma Linda University. And you know, now it's a given fact that if you're around happy people, it's infectious. You're going to feel better. It impacts your immune system, and you're part of the solution in the world, not of the problem.
Well, Stella, you've been making us laugh all morning. What is the prescription? What is the best thing we can do?
Well, honey, you know, laughter is neither fattening, illegal, or immoral. So we need to have a heaping helping every day. Right? Right? Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
That's right. I just think, you know, I think that's it. Everyone thinks it's so complicated, but we take ourselves too seriously. Am I right?
Because we are funny.
We do, but yes, we are. We are funny, and so we need to laugh at ourselves. That's one of my little tips I'll be sharing a little bit later in the show.
So you're all about lightening up.
Absolutely. In fact, I have a motto.
Tell us.
And that motto is, you have to lighten up to be a light in the world.
There you go.
Because if you notice, if you're smiling, if you're laughing, other people are going to smile.
Absolutely.
And other people are going to laugh.
Well,
so you
could
be helping lift their spirits
as well.
That's
right. Absolutely.
Well, Stella's a humorologist. And, you know, we always take an ologist seriously. You know, we've got our psychologist, our neurologist, our proctologist.
Oh, heavens.
And now a humorologist here.
Put me there and there.
Do not put her in the same category. She does not want to be in that category.
I don't want to make her the butt of the joke.
Oh, no! He's scaring me on that one. I'm in trouble now.
Don't get me going.
Good thing that
if we get going, we will not be able to stop.
And Stella, if you'll notice, has her gloves on. Snap.
Yeah, she's ready.
I'd use that later. That was to cover up the liver spots. I found
So, Stella, you've got some suggestions for our viewers.
Well, I do. You know, I have a book that's coming out this fall, and it's called Out of the Frying Pan and Into the Laughter, Tips to Tame the Twisters of Life. Now, I know we're in, you know, this part of the country where we may not know what twisters are, so twister in my part of the country refers to, of course, terrible storms and, you know, awful cyclones and all that, but we're referring to it as stress. So some of the things that I suggest are, first of all, visit Dr. Humor every day. So in other words, look for opportunities where you can laugh. And of course, laugh at yourself.
Yes.
Right?
So you suggest a big shot of it in the rear end, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you know, us humans, like we mentioned earlier, you know, we are kind of funny, and we do need to laugh at ourselves. Now, some people that may not be so easy because it may not come too, you know, comfortable, and you might think, well, I'm making fun of myself, but you've got to try it. If you don't do it, you have to try it.
Yes.
Stella, if you've noticed, I mean, Edgar gets a big laugh every morning when he just looks in the mirror.
Oh, God.
That might be a service that he brings to the world.
Yeah,
He's going to share it with everyone.
That's right. And then just another tip too is sometimes you may have friends who send you those little stories on the email, or you may, cut them out of Reader's Digest. So create a little file on your computer or in your desk drawer where you can refer to them conveniently, and tuck them in your pocket or your wallet or your purse. And when you're waiting in line at the store and you're feeling kind of frustrated,
pull
you can pull out those stories.
That's a good idea.
And start
What-
laughing.
Instead of
halo
focusing on how long it's taking to get through that darn line.
Because we don't like to wait in line.
No.
So how can you make it more enjoyable?
Yeah,
so that's
there
the
you
other
go.
thing. You ask yourself the question, how can I make today more fun? And by
Okay.
just asking that
I
question,
love it.
you'll look for more fun opportunities.
Thank you guys
Or
so
wear
much.
earrings like that.
Yes.
Yep, there we go.
All right, thanks you guys.
It was our
we
pleasure.
appreciate it so much.
We have time for a song?
You play. and
Play us out to break while we
Okay,
talk.
honey. All right, this is a song about accepting ourselves.
Here we
This
go.
cellulite of mine, I know it's looking fine. This
We'll be back
cellulite
in a
of
minute.
We'll be right back.
mine, I know it's looking fine. Come on, sing now. This cellulite of mine, I